Hi all. So where joined this watercolor painting workshop? Kindly mention your name and where you are joining from. That means your location. Please type in the chat. Okay. And if you are already my student, you just type your name and from which batch you are. Okay. So, hi Surya. Hi Prajna. How are you? Hi Nainika. Type your name. Okay. This workshop, we will be using only English language. Okay. So my voice is clear to everyone and the screen is clear. I see. Before starting any drawing or any artwork, what we will do, we will do warm up exercise for our hand, wrist, palm, and fingers. Okay. Hi. Hi, Deepti. And hi, Narayana. So what is the warm-up exercise? See, this is our palm. Okay, this is our hand. So when you are drawing any curves or any lines, this fingers and wrist should be more flexible. Okay. So before starting any type of drawing or any type of painting, you need to stretch your fingers a bit like this and again close. Like this, you need to do for 2 minutes. Okay. After that, take pencil and on the rough paper, scribble. Do some scribbling. Do lines, draw lines, or any circles, squares like that. Okay. These are the warm up exercises for drawing. In every arts and sports, we will do warm up exercises. Different warm up exercises will be there. Okay, here we will be using mostly our hand only. So do this warm up exercise. We'll start soon. Take any rough paper and you can practice after doing stretching your fingers. After completion of this step, you just take pencil and give some lines. Practice like this. Scribble. Just scribble. Okay, so that your hand will move easier. Okay? Like this. Or you can practice after scribbling, you can practice shapes like this. Any shapes, no need to see and do. Out of your imagination, you can try. Hi, Ditya. How are you? You can draw some B circle with free hand. Try to draw circle with free hand. Okay. Can give thing with this. or triangle. Okay, this comes under warm up exercise for your hand. Before starting any drawing, we will do this type of exercise. Okay, so I hope you're all are ready with the materials which we have already posted in our class book, right? So take your materials and be ready. Now we will start our class. So this is the watercolor workshop. We will use watercolor painting. We will use watercolor painting and also we will draw freehand drawing without using any grid. Okay. By using approximate ratios or values, we will try to draw the element or try to draw the subject on the 300 GSM paper. First, before showing this reference image, I'll just make sure to tell you the materials which I'm going to use now. This is 300 GSM paper, which you are seeing this. And I have stick this paper on all four sides with transparent sellotape and I have pasted in vertical direction. Okay, vertical direction. I have pasted this to my drawing board. For drawing purpose, I am using 2B pencil because if I draw very light, it won't be visible to you. So I'll be using darker value pencil. Okay. So on your papers, you can use normal HB pencil, draw very lightly. For sharpening this pencil, I am using normal sharpener. Okay, you can use even pencil blade like this. If you have pen blade, you can use. Normal eraser I'm going to take. Okay. If you want to use molded eraser, remember we are not going to use molded eraser for erasing purpose. For removing excess graphite powder from the 300 GSM surface, we will be using this. I'll show how to use this. This is the normal eraser which we will use for erasing purpose. Okay, that is for drawing material. Next, for painting purpose, I am taking watercolor cakes like this. Okay, you will get in different numbers you will get, but same watercolor. Okay, anything you can use. This is color mixing plate where we will get decks. Here I'll fill with colors, different colors. For color mixing purpose, I'll use this decks. Okay, this is color palette. If you don't have this, you can use whatever you have. For wiping brush, okay, I am using tissue papers. For wiping purpose, I'll be using tissue papers. I have folded in two parts. Okay, like this. 4 foldings you can do. Understood? And then if you are not having tissue paper, if you have only cloth, you can use cloth also. About the brushes, mostly I'll be using brush number 6. For lines and all, I'll be using brush number 0. And for covering more surface values, I'll be using brush number 8. Okay. For eyes and all, I'll be using brush number 1. Okay. So while painting, I'll be telling what are the brushes I am using. According to that, you can take. For example, for suppose if you don't have this number brushes, if you have only one number brush, it's okay, you can use it. Okay, learn concept first. Okay. After that also you can practice well. This is about brushes and you need to take clean water in one bowl. If you can take 2 bowls, it's good. If you don't want, you can use 1 bowl of water. So these are about uh, Materials which we are going to use today's workshop, today's watercolor workshop. Today we are going to do frog anatomy, where we'll be studying about frog structure, or actually toad we will call, toad structure, toad anatomy we will call. Okay. So this frog is having vibrant eyes. Okay. And the angle is the person is looking from side, from right side. So the left side eye we can't see completely. Okay. And these are the prominent eye where a viewer is looking at. Okay, this side he is standing and he is observing this frog. And the light source is coming from left side, so that all the highlight values you can see on the left side itself. Okay. Right side will be the darker values. You can see the value scale. So for value scale, we have already shared the video in our class group. I hope you have already gone through. Okay. What value scale states? It states highlight, lighter value to the darker value. If you observe this from properly, you can see the value scale. These are the lighter shades, and when it is coming to the right side down, you can see the darker value. It is easily visible on the branch. Okay. So this is the edited version of the photograph. Okay. So this shine we won't get when we are using watercolors. Watercolors will give a matte look, dry look. Okay. And we will be using watercolor controlled method. That is wet on dry method for the frog painting. Okay. And background, if you can see here, there are few leaves which is telling that this frog is sitting on a branch, and backside it is having some forest like structure. Understood? So this is about reference image study, where we have studied about eyes and all, and the value scale, light and shadows. Okay. Now we will see the how to draw with freehand without using any grid. How to draw, we will see. Okay. Yes. So we have shared reference image in our class group. You can see that reference image and you can understand the value scale which I am explaining now. Okay. Now I am taking pencil, to be pencil. So can we start now? Everyone ready? Type in the chat ready or yes. We'll start the class. So we'll start with the prominent things. Okay. So whenever you are seeing a reference image, this is not a live image. You need to understand the difference between live and reference image. In the live image, our focus is needed to see the prominent things which we need to draw on the paper. But in the reference image, there won't be any change. The reference image will be same. The photo will be same. It won't change. In natural thing, it will every second it will change. Okay. So in the reference image, we need to see the prominent thing first. Before drawing, we need to see the prominent thing first. Okay. Here, whilst I am saying the easiest part of the prominent thing is leaves. So first, I'll start with leaves, and the branch. Okay. So now branch is simply a two line thing, two slant lines. So I'll start with branch. See here, just a quick stroke like this. One line, two line. Okay. So two lines you need to make. This is the branch. So this is a slant line. This is the branch. Okay. Once you have drawn the branch, you just sharpen your pencil again. See. Yes. Okay. Now, from here, leaves are visible. Just give a stroke thing. So while using brush, we can make a proper painting here. Just lines. With the lines, you need to draw. Slant line, one curve, one more curve, slant line and join like this. One stroke, one curve, join lines. Hi Lata ma'am. Hi Saad Mohammed. Hi sir. Fine, I'm fine. Like this. Hi Swati. Hi Bhavana, how are you? Okay. Enough. Leaves are. Can give a small stem structure like this. Above part. Now I will start with the frog drawing. You need to see the distance from here, from the left side. In the reference image, I can see the distance, position of the frog and the space, empty space, this much. So I'll start from here. This is the point where I'll be starting its left eye. Okay, like that. Don't draw, observe first. When you are using eraser, use it very lightly. Don't press the eraser to paper and erase. If you press eraser to the paper, what happens? From the paper, cotton threads will come out. Okay. And while you are painting, that thread will disturb the painting process. Observe the screen, don't draw. Okay, I'll give time to draw. So till here, draw it everyone. Till here, try to draw outline. After drawing this, we will go to its feet part. Okay. So the distance you need to understand. Here you need to leave the space and the back side also you need to leave little space. Okay, it should not be clumsy. Okay, so this is the reference line. So draw it very lightly. We will be developing it into a shape. Okay. Draw it, everyone. Okay. Now, here I'll erase a bit because this is the body part. See, in frog skin is compared to human skin. Okay. Frog skin texture. Almost it look like human skin texture. It will be having so many foldings. Okay. So, yeah, this part will be in English only. Okay. And so many curves will be there like this. Okay. Even if you observe the bending of this elbow part, you can feel the human elbow. Okay. So, usually what we'll tell almost frog texture will be like a human's skin texture. It will be having so many folds in it. And if you see its feet, okay, you can observe the elbow here, elbows, and it will be having knees, rounded knees like humans only. Okay, that is the beauty of this anatomy. Okay, even feet, if you can see, though it look like sticky thing, but it resembles the human fingers. Okay, now for the knees, you just draw one circle shape inside that. Now we will start doing the drawing the feet part. Small circle and the position. Circle like this, the position like this. So here you need to hold your pencil in a controlled way to draw the feet part. This is the what we call muzzle in its feet. Okay. Here, this small little part, you can see the muzzle texture. So for humans, what happens is for in between the finger, we won't get this extra skin glowing because we are not climbers. Okay, we don't use our fingers to climb. Okay, but frogs, what it will have in between each gap, there will be some skin folding will be there. Okay, if you can observe here, this part, okay, this is the skin folding where it will give to hold something, some object very firmly. Okay, so you need to understand the difference. Though it's look like human, it resembles like human fingers. It is not a grown one. Okay, it helps to hold some object. Okay, to jump and to hold firmly. So that skin texture you need to give it here. Show it in a drawing. That means in the small things you will be giving some depth, adding it depth. When it is sitting on the branch, okay, there will be lots of skin foldings will be there. You need to observe. Why? Because why? Because this skin folding texture will add you the depth to your artwork. Like this. Okay. For every space, you need to give the skin folding texture to it. Okay. So under this, you will be getting the shadow of the element. Plus, you need to make. Okay, here you will see the muscle texture of the leg part. This is a rough drawing of the claw. The leg is having a few dots. Like this. That's cute. Okay. So see, if you are doing nature work, that is landscape and all, you can take advantage and you can add or delete the elements. But if you are doing any anatomy work, you can't do that. You can't take any advantage. You need to draw whatever you are observing or whatever you are seeing. Okay. Try to draw almost all elements of the anatomy. Understood? Now under this branch, I'll give one more line. So why I have done here the value scale should be visible. We have discussed, right? Value scale will be there, light to darkness. Okay. So dark value when you are doing, you should not forget. Sometimes while painting, what we'll do, we'll make it very, very fast. Sometimes we'll miss out the things. Okay. To avoid that, we'll be mentioning with the pencil marking. Okay. Not complete perfect thing. Okay. We will just give a rough texture, rough drawings like that. Now, I'll be marking the highlights in the eyes of the frog. What I said when we are discussing about the reference image, light is coming from top left side. Light is coming from top left side. When light is coming from top left side, what it will do? It will touch all the elements on the earth, right? So when it touches the elements on the earth, it will give some highlight values, mid values, okay, highlight dark values, mid values, okay, like that it will move. Now, immediately where we can see the highlight value? Frog's eyes, because frog's eyes are dominant in color. If dominant color is visible, so the highlight value is easily visible in its eyes. Okay. For that reason, we will be giving highlight value like this. We'll be marking some highlight value inside the eyeballs of the frog. This will add the depth to the artwork, to the anatomy, and also it will give realistic work in the anatomy. Understood? Now this here also you need to give like this. Why we have given slightly towards right side here? Because the weaver is standing this side on the right side and he is observing the element. This is called element. Frog is called element or subject we can call. Okay, he is observing this frog from the right side. So he can't completely see the left eye of the frog. And he can able to observe the highlights which is slightly towards right. Okay, so that is the dramatic thing you need to understand from the reference image. Understood? That makes the anatomy to look more perfect. So this is the highlight. Don't forget to give the highlight for the eyes of the frog. Okay? Yeah. So till here everyone do. Once you have finished, once you have completed, just let me know completed or done. We will move to the next step. Okay. So one quiz question I'll be asking you. Everyone be ready. Draw it. Where are draw it. Where are finished? You can answer. Okay. You know famous artist Van Gogh, right? He belongs to which place? He's from which place? Which country? Anyone knows? You can type in the chat. Van Gogh. Van Gogh is the greatest artist. You can see his artworks, knife work, knife painting works, and all you can see. And from which place he belongs to? Van Gogh. Anyone can answer. Italy, still, no one knows. Vincent van Gogh. Still, anyone knows? If you know, you can type in the chat. Vincent van Gogh, from which place he belongs to? It's a small quiz question. He belongs to Dutch, Netherlands. He belongs to Netherlands. He born in the year 1853, 30th March. What are his works? And there are few famous paintings are there of this artist in number. Oil paintings. How many oil paintings are most famous? Do you know the number? Anyone? Second question. Approximately, he did so many paintings. In that, oil paintings are one of the best paintings. Landscapes, he did still lifes, portraits, self portraits. Okay, and also he is famous for modern art. So, how many of oil paintings are more got more value? Do you know what is the number? Anyone can type. Be active. Be active in the class. This is the quiz time. You can type in the chat. so that you will get to know a famous artist, famous personalities who and their works, right? 10. Approximate number you can tell. How many of his famous oil artworks, oil painting artworks are famous? Approximately. So approximately he created artworks around 2100 artworks are there. In that, famous oil painting artworks are 860 artworks. These are very famous, and you can search all this of paintings in Google. You can see. Okay. So this 860 oil painting artworks are one of his famous works where he used modern art techniques. Okay. Now, I think completed everyone drawing part. Can we move to the next step? If you have completed your artwork drawing, you can just type completed or yes or done so that I'll get to know you are following the class. Okay? Yes, Netherlands. Correct. Completed? Okay. Now you can take eraser, a normal eraser you can take. Wherever you feel that lines are not needed, there you can erase the lines. As of now, in my paper, I don't see any such lines. Okay. So wherever extra lines are there, I'll erase it with my eraser. Okay. Now, I already said when I'm telling about material list, I'll show you how to use the molded eraser. I said no. So you just see if you don't have molded eraser, not a problem. Just to get one tip. Okay. Usually this molded eraser, you can mount it like this. So it is called as, because of this thing, it is called as molded eraser. Okay. Wherever the lightest erasing part is there, there you can make a pointed thing and you can take out the graphite like this. This pencil, it is made up of graphite powder. So we will call it as graphite only. And now we just make just a shape like this. 50. Yeah, 850. Like this. Just make it some shape with the mounted eraser. Okay. And place on the pencil work. Just press it. Take out the excess of graphite powder. Like this. Don't, you should not use this eraser for erasing purpose. If you are using it for erasing, what happens? See, you will get small, like this thing. Yes, around 800. Good. Like this thing, you will get. Okay. It will get stick to the surface of the artwork. What happens means when you add color, no, that pigment will get react with this one. This minute things. Okay. At that time, color will change. Color intensity will change. Okay. So this usually we will use it to take out the excess of graphite Pencil marking like this. I'm not erasing, I'm just pressing the molded eraser. Lines became light, right? Okay. Now take be ready with brushes, watercolor cakes, water, cloth or tissue paper, color mixing plate. Say this. Scissor, water, candy tester. The watercolor cakes. Before starting painting, what you need to do? Dip any brush in the water, add water to each and every color. One drop you need to add like this. Only one drop you need to add for all the colors in the cake. Don't add too much water. Okay? So keep it aside. Take color palette. Color mixing plate or color palette we'll call. Color mixing plate. You place on this. Now we will see we'll study about the colors in the reference image. Okay. So color theory is very important where in nature we will see colors. Okay. So when you observe your environment, you can see different types of colors. For example, if you see sky, you can see different colors in blue shades, right? Blue only, sky is blue only, but in the blue itself, you can see in different shades. If you observe a cloud also you can see in different shades. Though it is white color, when it is about to rain, you can see a darker gray, okay, or you can observe the black form, darker form. Usually it is not completely black, okay, it's a darker form of the gray color, mix of white, okay. Sunrays will be touching the clouds, so that only we can able to see that. Okay, if sun rays are not at all there in the universe, we can't see anything. It will become completely dark. Even the dark also we can't able to see with our eyes. Okay, so if you observe this reference image, the same thing is applicable in the reference image also. When sunlight is touching these elements, though it is looking green, you can see the green in different shades. Okay, for example, observe this part here, top of the frog. In top of the frog, you can see that lighter value of the green color, which is mix of two different colors. One is yellow color and one is green color. You can ask me a question that, ma'am, why can't I use light green? Why I should mix it with yellow color? Nature is like that. Okay. There is no exact answer. You can use green directly without mixing yellow. You can use green, not a problem. In the as if you study color wheel, what it will states when you mix yellow, green, yellow and blue, you will get green color, right? So bluish green will be there, bluish yellow will be there, yellowish green will be there. Okay. The same thing when you observe the environment, when you observe a tree leaf, you can see yellowish green, yellowish red, yellowish dark blue color. Even blue is also visible in the trees when sun rays are touching the leaves. When you observe in a deepest form, you can observe these colors and all. Okay. See here, the light is coming from the left side. You can see the lightest value of the greens on the left side. And eventually it has changed. It started looking dark to the towards right side. Understood? And down to the branch, you can see the darker value. Okay, darker value because downside of the branch, light rays won't be touching. Okay. Here you can ask him, ma'am, light is there, sunlight is moving everywhere and it will touch every element. Yes. You need to understand the reflected light and direct light. Here directly light is touching the element. Down to the branch there will be light, but the light is reflected from the ground and you can see that darkness of the branch. Okay, if there is, even if there is no reflected light, you can't even see the darkness because, okay, so I'll tell here light is there, light will be there, but in a reflected form. Understood? This is about light theory and color wheel. Okay, from now onwards, you observe your environment, how it will look. When light is there, how it will be. When light is not there, how it will be. Artificial light and natural light. You see the difference. Then only you can understand the color values. Understood? Now I'll keep this aside and I'll take this one. So I am taking 6 number brush. Quickly, I'll add colors to the decks of my color mixing plate. So here I'll add green. I'm adding sap green, dark green. In greens only we'll get different shades. Dark green I'll take. Like this. Now I'm taking emerald green. I'm taking, this is the emerald green. Okay. And also I'll take yellow, lemon yellow I'll take. And I'm going to take violet. And sky blue. Okay. So these are the colors which I am going to use mostly. Okay. Now I'll keep this color plate aside. Clean the brush. See, here in watercolor painting, usually we don't see the what we'll call realistic work. We don't see. We will see the impression work. We will see the expression, mood of the art. Okay. Watercolor painting is mainly depends upon expression, mood of the elements. We don't rely on the realism or hyperrealism work. Okay. So expression mood will come from the value scale and light and shadow study. Understood? So here we will be using two different techniques. One is wet on wet technique and one is wet on dry technique. Wet on dry technique, why we are using? To get more control over when we are painting on the element. Anatomy. Understood? Anatomy. Anatomy is different from the natural study. Natural study will be having leaves, trees, crops, like that it will go. Okay. Rainy season, cloudy season, like that it will go. But anatomy study will deals with forms like animal form, human forms, like that it will go. Sculpture forms. Understood? So for this type of study, we will be using technique called wet on dry technique. Wet on dry technique is also called as controlled painting or pigment application in the watercolor study. Understood? Now I have taken brush number 6, except frog eyes and feet. I'll apply lemon yellow completely. Down body part I don't touch yellow, don't touch with yellow color, only the face part. Observe the screen first, don't paint. Observe here. I'm starting with lemon yellow. Okay. Okay. First you need to apply the lemon yellow color. So everyone do this step. And once you finished, you just type in the chat, yes, completed. Then only I'll get to know that you are following the class. Understood, everyone? Yeah, do it, everyone. Use brush number 6, apply lemon yellow color. Okay, do it. Oh, done everyone. Now we will take green color. Yes. Okay. Now we will take green color. Take emerald green. That means you need to mix yellow. Take yellow and mix it with green, emerald green. Like this. Okay. Take yellow, lemon yellow, and mix with emerald green. Emerald green is the light green. We can call it as darker version of parrot green, medium, like medium for the parrot green. We need to get this green. Okay. After getting the green, start applying on the waves. Use brush number 6. You need to do it. See the reference image when you are painting. Okay. Now, before it get dry, immediately you need to give the darker values because in the watercolor painting we don't get time and we should not wait for making darker values. We need to be very much attentive. Yellow need to dry. I already mentioned yellow need to dry. First layer always it should dry. Okay, because we are making controlled painting. And when you are giving the darker values, you need to go it little fast so that the work won't look like a patch. Take dry brush to blend with. Take light green. It's not light green. Now I'll take little dark green. Dark green, or you can call it as sun green. Sometime take dry brush. Any dry brush you can take, in the brush. We put mainly here. Don't add too much water to the pigment. Okay. Here I'll add a little bit of yellow mixed green so that I'll be can blend this color from green, dark green. Now I'll take dark green. Very gently you need to make this. So then wipe your brush. See, line always should not be visible. Okay? Because this is the natural element, living element in the nature. Okay, nature doesn't carry any borders. So first what we are doing, we are giving the darker values. Eventually we are moving into the lighter values. Okay, so darker values we are working. Now with water itself, I'll add water here. So like just move the brush so that I can blend everything in a evenly manner. And take dry brush so that excess of water or excess of pigment take out with the dry brush. You can use any dry brush, any number. There should be one brush should be always dry. You got one brush should be always dry. It is used. It is meant for only for blending. Okay. Um, Now I'll take emerald green. Here, let's start adding it. The dry brush. You blend it like this. Here you can see the sharper value. That means sharper edge value. For that you take lemon yellow. Add it here. To avoid that sharpness for the elements, you can use lemon yellow. Okay. Now I'll take green, emerald green. Only one color in different variations we are using. Did you got that point? Only one color in different variations. Take emerald green. Just add like this. Okay. Put little water drop, then take dry brush, and blend it like this. Back, really good. Take dark green, take dark green, and start giving the darker value of the green here. Take dry brush, take the excess color, take brush number two or brush number one. I'm using non-brush number one. And with water, just move the color to make the knee point. Then should not need sharper values to blend it. Now take light green mix with lemon yellow. See here we are need to make little fast here so that the color won't get dry. Yeah, I'll do this part and I'll stop. Okay, because if I leave here, it will look like a patch. If I brush immediately, we will blend it like this. Use dry brush, you will using brush number six. Same here, everyone do. You did. You have done completed. You just type yes in the chat. Completed everyone? Yes? Okay. Now I am taking brush number 6. So we have done green areas. Now we will see the darker value of the green. So I am taking sap green or dark green to the color palette. And also I'll take mid green. I'll take emerald green and mix all types of greens. And mix all greens like this. Then the brush number 6, I'll use quick strokes. Don't try to draw curves. Okay. You need to give stroke lines so that the lines will look natural. Okay. This. Then now I'll take orange color. So before going to the orange color, I'll do the eye part, darker value of the eye. So you need everyone keep your things aside and observe the screen, what I'm doing. I'll take violet color like this. I'll mix with sky blue, mixing with sky blue, and I'll take deep blue and I'll mix with the deep blue color. All types of blue you need to use. Deep blue, marine, ultramarine blue. Okay. So this color should look like this. Darker wrapping. Okay. Don't use dark blue directly. You need to mix all types of blues. Dark blue, violet, sky blue color. Understood? So all these blues you need to mix and then you need to apply. Take brush number 1 or brush number 0. Observe. Don't paint. Observe. Okay. And then this side. You add so much of water, too much water to the color pigment, what happens? It will come out. Okay. So you need to make sure water ratio should be less. I said no, one drop or two drops of water you need to add. Okay. It should dry now completely. Till then we'll do the orange color. See, take orange color to the color plate. So no need to mix any other colors. You can use direct orange here. You can get orange by mixing colors, or you can use direct orange. Okay. So I am using direct orange. So I have added only 2 drops of water here so that I'll get more control over the object. Leave white spaces when you are painting. Don't paint completely. Okay. See, I have left white dots. Okay. White spaces you need to leave so that it will look like highlights. In watercolor painting, we can't use white paint to show the highlight part. Understood? Clear back side of the Frog's feet, you should not leave highlights here because here light is not touching this part. So it should be covered with the color. Okay. Don't leave any highlights. There won't be any shine here. Understood. So I'll take little bit of red to give the depth, to add the depth here. I'm using red color for adding the depth between the sparks. Okay. Now I'll take green color. Sorry, I'll take yellow, lemon yellow, and I'll mix it with little bit of green. I'll apply to the branch part. You can use 6 member brush or you can use 8 member brush. Add more water. Okay, light green you need to apply. Once you have applied light green, it should not get dry. Before that, you need to apply the darker value down. Downside part, darker value you need to apply so that it will blend by itself. Okay, so immediately you need to do this step. Okay, now here is still wet. Now what you need to do, take brush, dry brush, any dry brush you can take, blend it like this. Now immediately I I'll be applying little bit of dark blue. I need to increase the darkness intensity here. So dark blue I'm using. It should not get dry. It should be wet only. Okay. So I'm using dark blue and I'm not painting in a smooth manner. I'm giving some texture. So here, while shading with pencil, we use one method called circularism method. That I'm using me. So that I get some texture on the branch. And don't paint like lines. You don't paint like lines. It should not look like lines alone. Texture should be visible. Dark blue I'm using here. So first layer what we did, first layer we did light green. Second layer we have added the darker green values. And third layer we are adding shadows and so we are adding depth. Okay. Now I'll take dry brush treatment and do here like this. Wherever the sharper values are there you can add little water, pull the water towards the lighter value. Okay, from this side light is touching, so here highlight value should be visible. Okay, now I'm taking brush number 1 to add its eye part. I'll be using crimson color. Crimson color is also a form of red color. Okay, so I'll show the crimson. This is the crimson. It will look like a pink value color, pinkish value. To give pinkish value color. side. Don't add too much water to the color pigment. You need to add half drop or one drop of water. Don't add more than that. Okay. Now I'll take little bit of dark blue, very little, not too much. I'll add to the color mixing plate. I'll take little bit of green, right to the color plate. Mix that both. It's called baby line. For human eyes also we will be having baby line. That is called baby line. Understood? Now go to the next step. It needs to dry afterwards you will need to do the things. Now what I'll do, I'll take dark blue little bit, color plate. Also I'll take gray. Payne's gray we call. If you don't have gray, okay, you can mix black and white to get the gray. But it doesn't replace Payne's gray. Payne's gray is different one. Okay, if you don't have, you can do this step Payne's gray. I'll be I'm using gray here, very lightest value, gray color. So this doesn't have any direct white colors. So it will carry some shades here, like a rough shade you can make it out. Now I said no, I will take dark blue. So I have taken dark blue and adding here. So I use very little bit of violet. So violet. Here for the shadow part down to the mouth, you can get violet shade. And also you can use red color, west side, maybe little reddish value. Okay, and now long part is almost completed. We will see with tailings here. Do some tailing work. After this very important step, we will be learning. So everyone should be attentive when we are learning this step. So here I am adding depth value. Now I'll take little bit of dark green. Very important step I'm doing. Everyone should observe here. Very gently you need to apply this line. This is the nose line for the frog. And down to that, it should be dark. Down to this line, it should be medium dark. Yep. Medium dark, then that line should get merged or blended. Okay. Now what you have to do, you need to add light green so that this value will get blended with the lighter line. Okay. Now, because frog, this one is completed. Only the stroke part is remaining in the frog. So I'll add the strokes now. Quick strokes. Then it's like, these are the visible strokes. So we can add directly. Okay. Wherever the muscles are visible, they will like this folding station. Now it's completed. Now what you need to do is we have done controlled painting. Now what we are doing, we will do wet on wet technique. Okay, it's little bit depends upon value of the time. Okay, how you are using the time. It is very important. Now I'll apply water here. Be careful, it should not touch the element which we already painted. So you need to be very careful, very focused. You need to be. First, we will do the top portion and then we will eventually do the down portion. Now I'll take lemon yellow and need to add some brush strokes. Completely the lemon yellow should be covered here. Don't paint, use stroke method like this, or you can call it as touch. If you paint, it will give a plain texture, which we don't need. We need little clumsy texture. It should show the backside part, it should be like it is living in some forest and that. Okay, so do it like this. Here you need to move your brush little bit quick. So generally, the brush numbers which I give it, these brushes are very much suitable. Okay. Now I'll take dark green from here. I'll add it with the dark green like this. From here, I'm not at all painting anything. I'm just giving some stroke work. The middle part should be light. This one. The middle part I'm not going to touch anything. Okay? Thanks. Now, same thing, I'll apply water here. Use brush number 8 or brush number 10, brush number 20. You can use all these types of brushes to apply water. And add lemon yellow. Just a quick touch with lemon yellow. This water should not get dry. It should be wet. Okay. You can ask me, ma'am, when it is dry, can I do it? Yes, you can do, but difference will be there. Okay. Now I'll be using quick green color strokes. This side it should be dark, as I already mentioned. Get more darker, I'll add a little bit of blue. Tissue paper, you can use two methods. Tissue paper, you can take out the color, or you can use any dryer, hair dryer to dry the surface. Now the surface is almost dry. So this area I left it wet. So what I'll do, I'll just take out the tissue. Okay. I want little patch here. Okay. Wherever the waters are there, I will put it. Right? Now I'm going to take brush number 6 and add leaf here. Both are also going to do the same thing. Add leaves. So, then dark green you need to take. Yes, we need some impression here. Okay. Can keep on adding the values you want, or you can, if you want, you can leave it like that. I don't add too much of leaves and that to show the purpose. I have added this. Okay, so above part also I'll add little leaves. Just after completing your artwork, kindly share your artwork to my WhatsApp network. Okay? Yeah. Please share your artwork. Don't forget to mention while you're sharing your artwork, kindly mention your name. Now for every leaf, down to the leaf, you need to add little bit of darker black, darker values. See. Now you can get to know how important is the. Value scale. Value scale is very important. In the reference image, something things are they give like this. Then give. Then just roughly you can paint this one. Paper. This. Okay. So when you have painted that, you need to paint this also. Always remember everything is interlinked. So you should not leave any value. Okay? Just do it. Try to practice more. You will get it. Learn value scale, learn color wheels, learn color theory and all. Learn for drawing purpose, you need to learn shapes. Okay. Observe your environment. Okay. Observe the nature. Nature will teach you so many colors, so many things. Okay. Keep on observing. You will learn so many new things. Still, anyone is having questions, you can ask. Anyone is having questions? Oil color, I'm not taking oil colors. Ask about watercolors. Taking any oil colors. So you can ask about watercolors. We'll take you on. Okay. Color wheel. Color wheel. You need to take primary colors. Okay. Blue, yellow, red. Take these primary colors. Oppositely, you can place it. Blue this side, left side. Right side should be red. Down side should be yellow. Down or upside should be yellow. Mix the colors. You will get a color wheel. Blue, red, yellow. You need to take. You will get secondary colors, tertiary colors, fourth colors. Like that it will go. Okay? Yes. Still anyone is having questions? You can ask. So while removing tape, I'll show how to remove. So who had asked this question, just observe how I am removing. See, you need to remove like this. Take time, but try to remove very slowly. After it dried completely, then only you need to remove. I have used hair dryer, no? So what happened? It dried fast. Like this, you need to remove. Did you got? See, paper then came with the cellotape. If you are using normal paper, 100 GSM paper, then a paper will come out. Okay. So you try to use 300 GSM only. Thank you. Still anyone is having questions? Anyone want to ask question? They can. Can we take leave from the class? Completed everyone? If you have completed, type yes. Kindly share your completed artwork by mentioning your name. Okay? Don't forget. Try to share. Handmade papers are also good when you are in a beginner level. 300 GSM is enough. If you want to try, you can try handmade paper. 440 R GSM paper you can try. That is hardbound paper. It will be very costly. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.